3 decades on,
see you down there.
It's not the first rodeo for these lads from Manchester.
But you've been to Rome before, right?
Yeah. But not like this. The groupies, and I mean, you guys have still got it.
We hired them.
We hired them in.
Nor for their die-hard fans that all these years later...
OK, this is where it gets interesting.
Here we go.
...are still following their teenage heartthrobs around the globe.
Bad idea.
As smitten as ever.
Ciao Roma.
That's crazy, right?
That's crazy.
Can you believe that it's almost 34 years since you blokes kicked off?
Hi, we'll take that.
Cannot believe it. It's, I think every time we grace ourselves up on the stage and we're in front of a great amount of people, which is what's been on this tour so far.
OK, Roma. I'm going to sing a 90s classic, OK?
Which has been amazing. We actually, you know, we have to pinch ourselves to say, you know, look at this, you know, 34 years and we're going all around Europe and we've been just on a UK tour. And we can still attract this amount of people.
Hey, guys, they are in fine singing voice.
The Angels of Italia.
Take it away, Marky.
Marky, they're here.
Once total strangers, now lifelong friends. There was the ladies' favourite, Mark Owens.
We love Mark Owens!
Who aspired to play professional football.
I like New York.
Howard Donald, a budding DJ. Jason Orange, a breakdancer.
We're brothers. Yeah, because we're brothers and we look like each other, look. See?
Robbie Williams, the black sheep.
You ready for this one?
Go on.
Do you have a girlfriend?
Oh.
No!
And Gary Barlow.
My mum and dad knocked me up at 8:10 and wanted me to come swimming with them. At 8:10? This is rock and roll, you know what I mean? You don't get up before 12 o'clock.
It's gotta be social, compatible, sexual, irresistible.
Who became the obvious pick for leader.
Be honest.
Yes.
Is he still the leader?
I think, yes. I think he's probably the most organised, I would say. So, like, he'll sit down and say, OK, so...
Chief motivator.
I like a plan. Chief motivator, yeah. Chief motivator.
We'll put you down as the spiritual leader.
Spiritual leader.
Yes, please.
That leadership sent Take That to #1 on the charts.
You look a little bit better at the front. Are the people at the front okay now?
The UK's most successful boy band in history.
Some had queued all day to be sure of a place at the front of the Corn Exchange, but there the crush was at its worst. The largely female teenage crowd was repeatedly told to step back. Girls were being hauled to safety. Offstage, girls were being calmed down, given water, and treated for minor crush injuries.
I don't think any of us would have believed then quite the extent of your fame now.
Fancy saying that? We always knew we'd be massive.
Million love songs later.
From 1993 to 1995,
Here I am trying to tell you.
Gary himself wrote 6 of Take That's 7 chart-topping singles before his 25th birthday.
All I do each night is pray.
Starting with Pray,
Hoping that I'll be a good of you again someday.
and producing classics like Back for Good.
Whatever I said, whatever I didn't mean it. I just want you back for good. Want you back, want you back, want you back for good.
Only 5 other acts have sat at #1 more than Take That. The Beatles, Madonna, and Ed Sheeran among them.
I'm here again. I'm here again. I tell you I'm here again. Where have you been? Where have you been?
And Gary's lyrical genius was their secret weapon, a fact the young Gary Barlow was acutely aware of.
I still go home and I sit in the studio and I write exactly the same as I always did. Put the kettle on, make a cup of coffee. That's why I always need to be at home to get a Kit Kat and it.
In one of your more self-effacing moments, you did admit, which I thought was pretty big of you, that back in the day when it was going off and you were much younger, that you were, quote, unbearable to be around because you always had to be right.
Mm-hmm.
Now...
That hasn't changed.
Still the same.
A vote of confidence.
But done in a spiritual way now.
Gary's royalties as the chief songwriter gave him a whopping piece of the pie.
Everything changes but you.
Gary wrote the hit single Everything Changes.
We've said goodbye. The taxi cabin's waiting.
Robbie nailed the vocals. His first hit as lead vocalist.
Just one more kiss before I have to go.
His star was on the rise, and the 19-year-old Robbie Williams wanted more, much more.
The story that's rocked the world of pop. In case you haven't heard it already, Take That today announced that they are splitting up.
Robbie ended his run with Take That in 1995.
Heaven knows I was such a young boy. I didn't know what I wanted to be.
And a year later, he got the freedom and success he craved.
Are you all mates now?
We're all doing our own thing, you know, and it's more of a email or a text thing with Robbie. You know, we congratulate him, wish him well. He does the same thing back, and that's kind of the relationship. And you know, I'm sure there's absolutely no ill feeling whatsoever.
Take That, Robbie Williams for Angel. Sorry, Gary. But I was always the talented member of the band.
No regrets. They don't work.
You know, back then in the 90s when he left, he was so young, and he started so young.
But they tell me I'm doing fine.
He probably didn't even have a clue what he wanted, where he wanted to go, or what he even wanted to be.
I wake up in the morning pinching myself. Is this really happening? And
I think the beautiful thing is that even the band is 5 people, you know, and always will be. It started 34 years ago as 5, and in our minds and in our energy, even though you're looking at us 3 now, there's always 5 of us. We always feel like that unit is always there. It's like a family. It's been tested at times. Sometimes, you know, somebody hasn't spoken or somebody's had a fallout, but, you know, I think the energy is good now around the 5 people. We're
we're so lucky that we can operate as a 3, very successful. We can operate as a 4, very successful. It's that every version has had a moment in our history that's been great.
And I think what that comes down to, and you were probably just going to say that then, is the songs. Because without, and that's for Rob as well, but without the songs that we've been able to, the Back for Goods, the Patiences, the Shines, the Floods.
The Flood is the opening song of Take That's reunion album.
On the edge of forever, at the start of whatever.
In 2010, 15 years after going their separate ways, Robbie made a return. The album, aptly named Progress, was the kind of progress their die-hard fans never thought they'd see.
Without those songs, we'd be nothing. But those songs, at the core of everything we do.
In 2014, they returned to the top of the UK charts with These Days.
How do you want me to describe you? Because you started off as this sort of boy band, and I mean, it's man band, that doesn't work, dad band.
Do you know what? I think we're an English band. I think that's what we are, really. And it's taken us some years to get to here. But, yeah, I don't think we're a boy band. I don't even think we're a man band anymore.
Can I say, I don't think you've ever been more English than that performance last year at the King's coronation.
Oh, yeah.
Spectacular, wasn't it?
Yes.
The production qualities of that, and your vocals were amazing.
Yeah, they was.
They was.
Been on this path of life for so long.
And so humble.
You know something? People ask me that question of how did it feel to be performing in front of the King? And no, listen, and it wasn't...
Who asked you that question?
It wasn't... Well, we've been asked that question before.
Well, yeah. How did it feel to be performing in front of the King?
It wasn't necessarily the King that made me nervous. It was actually because it was one of our first performances back. It was more the crowd.
So this is the bit that nobody sees, which always are actually my memories of those events. Of course, it looked brilliant on TV and everyone was dancing and waving flags. And there's this moment before we go on every night. You'll see it tonight backstage. We just all get together and there's no... All the 30 people that have got us to the gig, they've all gone. It's just down to us 3. That's when it's just us 3. And then, click, we turn round and we're on TV. But that moment is the moment I always remember. And I remember thinking, wow, look where we are. I mean, it was a real moment.
While Take That hit #1 on the UK singles charts 8 times in 4 years during the 90s, Their frontman, Gary Barlow, insists, like a fine wine, they're only getting better with age.
So, what's the story with the wine?
Do you know what, honestly? It's a bit of a joke, this whole thing, because in lockdown, I thought, oh, wouldn't it be amazing to have my name on a bottle of wine and to taste it and, you know, come up with the idea? Well, I was envisaging somewhere in the region of like 50 to 100 bottles so I could give them out to my mates at Christmas. We started this about 2.5 years ago and we have sold so much wine.
Let it shine and drink some wine. Everybody together.
And you got plans to make this bigger?
Of course. Don't quote me on... Actually, you can quote me on this. I think next stop's Australia.
Really?
I'd love to source some Australian wine.
Now you're talking.
Yeah.
So eager to taste our wine, Gary's taking Take That's tour to Australia, booking wineries across the country for the November leg of their tour. Starting with Peter Lehmann Wines in the Barossa, Bimbadgen in the Hunter, and Siramet Wines at Queensland's Mount Cotton.
So the other two will be on stage and you'll be back behind the scenes tasting.
100%.
That'd be great.
And you know what? Whether people drink or not, I mean, Howard, he doesn't drink much at all, but he's interested. When I talk about it, he's interested in it. And I think, you know, whether you drink or not, to be stood in those beautiful vineyards and with the skill and the artistry that they have, you could not fail to be interested.
Ciao Italia, siamo Take That.
Sold as a day on the green, the wineries will sit a similar capacity to Rome's Caviar Auditorium.
Yeah. Let's go. Gonna be good.
About 6,000.
Break a leg, mate. Break a leg, mate. Thank you. What do you want? Well done. Good evening, Rome!
When I look in your eyes, I'm bigger than the night stars, as high as the sun, hard as the snow. We are giants, we are giants, we are giants.
When you look at some of the things that you've achieved overall, do you think your peer group in the industry has shown you the recognition that you deserve?
You can't think like that. You can't do this expecting anything.
Just have a little.
I really believe that, like, our conversation is us and our audience. And if anyone else wants to jump on top of that, then that's brilliant.
Bellissimo.
Bye. See ya. Bye. Have a nice time.